Good evening, Queens. Come on in the room. Let's get started this evening. How's everyone? As you're coming in, I'm excited. But as you're coming in, go ahead and let me know. You know what to do. Um, say hello. Let me know who is joining this evening. And let's jump in this room. It is Sunday. It is the um first Sunday of the month. It's February 1st. So come on in. We'll give it a minute for everyone to get settled. Go ahead and put your name in the chat. Say hello. Hello, Miss Wallace. You are guest number one, queen number one this evening. But come on in the room. Come on in the room. If you share, I would so appreciate it. I don't say that enough. Oh, mama, come on, come on. My two girls jumped on here real quick. So if you don't mind sharing me with a good girlfriend, a sister, a neighbor, go ahead and do so. But I'm so excited about tonight's topic. And so I we started out in January talking about where are you going. So the month of January was all about direction, about where are you going. And so the theme, because we are growing and evolving, I've got the whole year mapped out. Say, yay, Sherry. She's been working in her quiet time. And so I got the whole year mapped out, Queens, about where we're going. And it's all going to tie together. So it's like this roadmap that we're going to follow this year. So I'm really excited about that. Being more mindful about, what is this community and how to support this community of queens, of women, and what is the purpose? The purpose and the goal is to get us moving forward, to get us to get up and be who God has called us to be as women, women of God. It's we Our goal is the goal of Honeybee is to help you become all that God has called you to be as your authentic self. Your authentic self. We don't need any more imposters. We need the real you. We're calling the real you to come up and come out and be the best you, the best version of you that God has called. So we're going to get in and jump in because I'm really excited. I'm always excited, right? Excited is my favorite word, but I truly am always excited when I hop on to share with you. And so this month is where we're going to be talking about identity over the next 3 weeks. And I'm gonna have to tell y'all, I've been a little offended. Y'all have hurt my feelings the last couple weeks because y'all been quiet. It's been crickets out here when I've been talking, when I've been sharing. Y'all making me feel bad, like I'm hurting y'all feelings. But that's not what I'm doing. I'm calling us up. I'm calling us up. I'm calling us to the next level. So I know, it might have been a little rough, might have been a little sketchy, but come on, y'all. It's all right. We are queens together, adjusting our crowns, because none of us can be out here in these streets with crooked crowns. Come on here. So, the month of February, we are going to be talking about identity. And the question on the floor, because you always know I start with a question on the floor. The question on the floor is, who are you becoming? Who are you becoming? And so we are going to talk about releasing old identities, becoming versus performing, and letting go of who you were for who you are becoming. That's what we're going to be talking about. And so guess what? I am going to reinforce the permission to evolve without guilt. Say it out loud. Say it out loud. Say it to where I can hear you. Say, we are going to give one another permission to evolve without guilt. That's what we're giving each other permission to do, to evolve without guilt. So let's jump right in. For those that are joining, or for those that are going to watch in the replay, please let me know that you've joined live. Say hello, drop your name in the chat and say hello. Or if you're going to watch it in the replay, just shout out replay. And let me know you joined in the replay. So let's jump right in. Guess what? If nobody told you, if nobody shared with you, you are allowed to change. If nobody has given you permission, or if you're wanting somebody to say it, here I am. I am the spokesperson. You are allowed to change. As a matter of fact, why don't you get out your phone and text a good girlfriend, an aunt, a sister, a mother, a sister friend, a godmother, and say, girl, guess what I just heard? I'm allowed to change. I'm allowed to change. Change is not instability. Just because you are changing, just because you are growing, just because you are evolving, it does not mean that you are unstable, like there's something wrong with you. But guess what? Oftentimes, change is obedience. Are y'all excited? Because I'm ready to, let's jump. Let's get there. Say, Sherry, let's go. Let's get there. Let's get into the discussion. And so some of us, in my notes, it says you, but I'm throwing myself in there too. Some of us are resisting change, not because you don't feel it. Oftentimes we know it's time to change. Change needs to happen or occur. But the reason why we don't do it is because we're afraid of what it will cost. Y'all want me to say it again? I already feel like y'all gonna be quiet tonight. So, but I'm still gonna deliver the word. Oftentimes we know when it's time to change. We know when it's time to change, but we don't do it because we're afraid of the cost. And so let's get real honest. Let's get real clear with one another, because we're good girlfriends, right? We're all queens, and we're all friends. It is going to cost you to change. For some, it will be a high cost. At times, it will be very minimal, but it's going to cost you. And the reason why so many of us are afraid of change is because we don't want to pay the price to change. But it's more expensive to stay the same. It will cost you more to stay the same. It will cost you more to keep thinking the same way. It will cost you more to keep living the same way. It's going to cost you more to remain the same, more than it will ever cost you to change. Oh, y'all giving me the cold shoulder already. So, what if I told you that the discomfort that you're feeling, it isn't confusion? You're not confused. this dis-ease that you're feeling, this discomfort, this a little bit of anxiousness, maybe a little unsure. That is not confused. You're not confused, but what it is, it's called transition. You're in transition. So, this episode, we're not going to talk about compulsive change, just changing on every whim, with no focus, no intention. Yes, sometimes change is scary. It's the absolute truth. But we are going to talk about a faithful evolution. Do you think God is not in the midst of your change? Do you think God is not in the midst of you evolving? Do you think that He wants you to stay stagnant? God is not even a stagnant God. He moves, He evolves. But it's about becoming who God is shaping you to be. God is shaping us to be our best self. He's shaping us to be the vessel that He can use, the vessel that He called us to. Do you think change? Do you think you changing is all about you? That's the problem. We're too arrogant and we're too selfish because we think it's all about us. And so we think if we don't move, if we don't change, we have the right to stay the same. You don't have the right to stay the same. You don't even belong to you. If you belong to Him, if you have given your life to Christ, if you say you are His and He is yours, if you say He is your head, He is the head of your life, you don't have the right not to change. And the lack of change, the lack of evolution is disobedience. Huh? Where y'all at? Ooh, my comments is quiet. It's low over there. Y'all still out there? Doesn't matter. I'm going to keep going. So we ain't even got into point one. We about to get into point one now. Growth is not betrayal. Y'all gonna need pen and paper tonight. Y'all, I don't ever say write this down. I don't ever say come with your journal. But from now on, we gonna need pen and paper because you're gonna need to take some notes. Okay. Growth is not betrayal. Many people associate change with disloyalty. Huh? What disloyalty? Yeah. If I change, I'm going to be disloyal to my family's expectations. If I change, I'm going to be disloyal to an old version of the self that I've been rocking with. The old me, the me that I know, the me that I'm comfortable with. How dare I change on her? How dare I evolve on her? I know her. I love her. I'm comfortable with her. Or disloyal to how others, how you are with others, and how others access you. But let me tell you something. Scripture consistently frames change as faithfulness, not betrayal. Y'all get your word. Get your word out. Go to Romans 12 and 2. 12 and 2. Y'all got it? Romans 12 and 2. Don't worry, I got it. And it says, and do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is good and acceptable and the perfect will of God. So transformation is not optional for us, the believer. It's commanded. God has commanded us to change every single day. How? By renewing our minds. Transformation is not optional. Remaining the same when God is commanding us to renew our mind, that's not humility. That's not humility. Guess what it is? When we refuse to do it, it's resistance. It's resistance. When we fail to do what he has commanded us to do, it's resistance, it's disobedience. He has commanded us. It says it right there. Y'all write it down. Romans 12:2. Go sit with it. He is commanding us to not be conformed. So I want to ask you a couple of questions. Who is benefiting from you staying the same? Who's benefiting from you staying the same? Who are you afraid to disappoint so you refuse to change? And have you mistaken loyalty for obedience? You think remaining the same, you think you're being obedient? Mm-mm. Sometimes what we call faithfulness is actually fear of change. Yeah. We think, "Oh, I'm just being faithful. Oh, I'm just being loyal." And God is trying, he's nudging you, he's pushing you. Hey, it's time for you to change. It's time for you to let go of some things. It's time for you to evolve, to grow. I'm not rushing tonight, and I'm okay with your silence. It's okay. So Second Corinthians 3:18 says, "But we all with unveiled faces beholding as in a mirror the glory of the Lord are being transformed into the same image from glory to glory, just as by the Spirit of the Lord." Transformation, it's progressive, y'all. When we change, when we evolve, when we grow, it is progressive. So refusing to change, it's interrupting growth. It's interrupting your glory to glory. You want to stay in one level, and God is trying to say, nope, this level has served. We have pulled everything we have needed at this level. And I'm trying, now it's time to go to the next level from glory to glory. Now it's time to grow, time to evolve. But you're trying to hold on to the old you. You're trying to hold on thinking that you are doing some great benefit to God. And he's saying, "No, girl, come on here. It's time to go to the next level, to the next glory, to the next experience." Y'all ready for me to move on off of point 1? Y'all ready? Okay, I hear you. I feel you. Point number 2, becoming does not erase who you were. Just because you evolve, just because you grow, just because you're transforming, just because you are renewing, that does not mean you are erasing who you were. Doesn't mean you're being disloyal to yourself. Oh, I'm just going to be true to myself. No, girl, no. It doesn't mean that you're being disloyal to you. One reason people resist growth is guilt. You guilty. I should be grateful for where I came from. So you think moving beyond where you started out, your background, growing from that, you think you're betraying where you came from. Or I don't want to seem unappreciative. You think staying the same, you think that's you're being appreciative of where you are. If you don't change, if you don't evolve, if you don't grow, now that's you ain't appreciating where you been. You're not celebrating where you come from. People get guilty. What if changing means rejecting my past? How can you ever reject your past? You can't erase it. It is a stepping stone, it is a building block. Your past is not meant to hold you hostage. Your past serves its purpose. That's why it's the past. It has already happened. It has built you, it has shaped you. But scripture teaches us continuity, not erasure. Eraser. Isaiah 43:18-19 says this: Do not remember the former things, nor consider the things of old. Behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall you not know it? I will even make a road in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. God does not dishonor our former season. He completes it. Your growth, your movement, your evolvement, it's not meant to keep you there, right? It's not an unfinished product. It's not an unfinished season. God is using that to complete you for that season. Your past was preparation, not a prison. Your past was just a set of tools, a set of experiences to help you grow, mature, evolve. It was never meant to be a prison to hold you, to keep you locked in, to keep you bound. And we are using our past. Are many of us, I talk to many women, I see it, and they can't let go of the past. They are stuck in cement boots in the past. And God is saying, I need you to grow. I need you to mature from the past. I need you to take the lessons from the experiences that you had in your past, and I need you to use them just as that, as lessons, as tools in the toolbox to help you move forward. But I see so many women that are stuck in the past, and the past has become their prison. They're wounded. They have so many issues. I don't want to call them out because I don't want to offend anybody. But issues of abandonment, issues of uh just so many things. And you think, oh, because this happened in my past and that happened in my past. If you don't ever resolve, if you don't ever come to peace with your past, it will remain your prison. When I tell y'all not talking to me at all, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So the past was never supposed to be anything other than preparing you for your future. Some of us, and the crazy thing about it is, some of us think that things and people and situations hold the key to the prison door, and you have held the keys in your hand from the very beginning, because nobody put you in that prison. You put yourself in the prison. You locked yourself behind the door, but the keys are in your hand. At any given time that you want to get out of the prison of your past, guess what? You hold the key. You hold the key. Nobody else holds the key to the past but you. So as long as you want to remain there, you can. It's you the warden of your cell. Whew. Ecclesiastes 7 and 10 says, "Do not say, why were the former days better than these? For you do not inquire wisely concerning this." Clinging to what was can prevent you from recognizing what is becoming. Can I say it for the person in the back of the room? When you cling on to the past, when you cling on, when you wrap the past around you like a warm blanket, like a full-length leather coat in the dead of winter, when you cozy all up to the past, you will never experience the freedom of what is becoming. You will never experience the freedom and the joy and the hope and the expectation of what is becoming. You shortchange yourself on the future, always looking back and holding on to the past. Y'all, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Y'all ready for me to move on? I'm going to move on. Point number 3. Permission often comes before confidence. Many of us are waiting to feel confident to change. Many of us are waiting to feel certain, to have some certainty about change. And many of us are looking for affirmations to change. But God often moves first and explains later. And we talked a little bit about this either last week or a week before. You waiting on God to give you all the things, make you feel good, make you feel confident, affirm you before you make a step. And he's saying, that's not how this works. This is not how this works. God is going to move first and then he'll explain later. It's a faith walk, y'all. It's a faith walk. Ecclesiastes 3 and 1 says, "To everything there is a season, a time for every purpose under heaven." Seasons change whether or not you feel ready. I am not ever ready for winter. Do you think winter is waiting on how I feel before it changes? It's not it's not waiting for you to change. So whether you feel like you're ready for a season or ready to change, God ain't waiting for you to be ready. He don't care about whether you're ready or not. If he says it's time to change, time to grow, time to evolve, guess what? Whether you ready or not, it is time to change. When a season changes or ends, when a season ends, grace for that season lifts. When the seasons in your life change, then the grace that you had or the grace that you needed to operate in that season, it no longer exists because the grace was for a season, that particular season. And then there is grace that will be provided for a new season. And so if you keep trying to operate in seasons that have expired, and God's grace is not there, then you get frustrated. Once work begins to strain. What was working in an old season that you still trying to hang on to, it's no longer working. And so everything seems heavy. It seems strained. And staying heavier and staying feels heavier than leaving. When you stay in a season that you that has passed you by, you feel heavy. It's time to transition. It's time to grow. It's time to move. That heaviness is not punishment, it's transition. It's transition. Hebrews 11:8 puts it this way: by faith, Abraham obeyed when he was called to go out to the place which he would receive as his inheritance. And when he went out, not knowing where, and he went out, not knowing where he was going. Faith does not wait for clarity. Faith ain't waiting for you to be sure. Faith ain't waiting for you to be all clear and all warm and fuzzy. That faith ain't waiting on that. It don't take faith to move and you got the whole picture. Don't take faith. I love puzzles. I'm working on a puzzle. And it's 1,000 pieces. I gotta put 1,000 pieces together for this puzzle. Once I get one piece, now I gotta find the match for the other one. And I keep working through the puzzle. I have a picture in front of me, but I have 1,000 pieces. God could show you the big picture, but the steps to get there could be in 1,000 pieces. Do y'all hear me? Faith moves with trust. Because I trust him, the ruler over me, the head of my life. You know, old church, first giving honor to God who's the head of my life. Is he? Is he? Do you trust him like that? So, here I go with my questions. Y'all ready for my questions? Y'all ready for my questions? Where are you waiting to feel ready instead of being obedient? Where are you waiting to feel ready instead of being obedient? He didn't ask us to be ready, but he did ask us to obey. I know, y'all. I know. What has God already shifted that you're resisting? God has already moved some things. He's already started to put some things in motion. for you to grow, for you to evolve, for you to change. But you kicking and screaming. Oh, you think it's everything else. You trying to find every excuse in the book. It's this, it's that. Oh no. What has happened to you is that God is putting things in motion to cause you to change, and you are resisting the shift. What would you change if you trusted the process more than your fear? What would you change? What would you change if you trusted the process more than your fear? See, the process of change is scary because you don't have control over that. And the lack of control, we human beings, we don't like that. We don't like not being in control. So when God is in charge of the process, you don't know what is you don't know. The process could be a trial. The process could, you know, it could be uh it could be loss. The process could be illness. The process could be anything. But see, we resist the process out of fear because we can't control it. But if we trusted God in the process, doesn't mean that it's going to be easy. It doesn't mean that it's not going to be challenging. It doesn't mean that. But when you can trust God in the process of Him shaping you and transitioning you and transforming you, then you begin to relax, and the anxiety and the fear of the process, it lessens. It may not go away, but it lessens. And because I know who is in control, and that his plans for me is for me to prosper and not harm me. Come on here, Jeremiah. If I can just trust him who is in control of the process, then I can relax during the process. Y'all is quiet out here, but it's okay. It's okay. You are not unstable because you're changing. You are not unstable because you're changing. You are not ungrateful because you are growing. And you are not disobedient because you are evolving. You are responding to what God is doing within you. And that response, that willingness to change, is not weakness, it's maturity. I know it. I know it. Y'all, I didn't make it up. I'm just delivering the message. Don't shoot the messenger. I am simply the messenger. I'm just the messenger. When you are willing to change, when you relax and sit in the process, it's not weak. It's not weakness. That's what maturity looks like. Maturity is understanding that God commanded me to change. God commanded me to evolve. and being loyal, remaining the same, that is disobedience. So I want y'all to write in. I want you to write this sentence. I want you to write this sentence. And if somebody can type it, I'll read it slow. Because you need to complete this sentence. This sentence you need to complete. The version of me God is calling forward is, and you fill in the blank. The version of me God is calling forward is, you fill in the blank. And I am giving myself permission to become that. The version of me God is calling forward is, fill in the blank. And I am giving myself permission to become that. Remember, I started out in the beginning. I'm giving you permission to change. If you were waiting on permission, if you were waiting on the word, if you were waiting on the nudge, here it is. I'm giving you permission to change. Y'all all right out there? I don't know. I'm going to have to check on y'all. But I don't apologize. I'm just the messenger. And this is what the Father would have for his daughters. This is the message for his queens. It's the message. You're allowed to change. In fact, you're required to. And doing anything other is simple disobedience. And we all know obedience is better than sacrifice. So I'm going to give y'all 15 minutes back. And so I want you all to sit in. That's the question of the week. The version of me God is calling forward is, fill in the blank, and I'm giving myself permission to become that. Y'all have an amazing week. It's the first day of February. It's February 1st. 2026 is off and running. And my prayer, my hope for each of you is that this year, you rise up and be the woman that God is calling in your authentic way, your authentic self, to be the best version of you. So, honey, be well, honey, be kind, honey, be well. So, have a good night, have an amazing week. And guess what? Next week, same time, same Queen channel, 7 o'clock p.m. Invite a friend. Have a good night.